Hello learners and welcome to my YouTube channel English with TJ. Today we are going to discuss one of the important topic in technical writing, that is report writing. First of all, have a look on the meaning. A report is a presentation of facts and findings, usually as a basis for recommendations, written for a specific readership and probably intended to be kept as a record. Report writing is basically a written document which is written for specific purposes in any organization. In any organization, it is one of the important documents that is used annually, periodically, and with circumstances. So, report is basically helps you to provide the facts and the findings. A report is an account or statement describing in detail an event or situation, usually as a result of observation, inquiry, etc. So, whenever we talk about the report writing, a good report will describe, analyze, and evaluate a problem or issue. So, we are discussing the details of report writing. So, it is very important to explore the characteristic features of report writing. Number one, it is purely based on observation and analysis. Yes, it is the document which is entirely based on your observation about your analysis. So you are going to figure out the facts and interpretations about any situation. Second, it also determines an explanation of any circumstances. The scope of report is not only based just on the observation and for the purpose of analysis, but it also gives you the detailed analysis of any event, situation, or anything other. Third important thing is a report discusses a particular problem in detail. It provides you a explanation for basic problems. Reports are required for judging the performances of various departments in an organization. Yes, this is one of the influential aspects of report writing, that is not only used for observation and interpretations, but sometimes it gives you the annual progress or gives you the stages of performances of various departments in an organization. And when we talk about a successful and effective means of report writing, so it is very important that a good report is always fact-finding and not fault-finding. It means to say that you are going to highlight the facts and figures which are very useful for future policies, for your future planning. So you need to be very frequent in your findings, in your analysis, in your evaluations, in your judgment. It should be prepared in an impartial manner. Obviously, your emotions, your feelings should not come in between that type of writing, because you are writing it for reporting any event or circumstances. So it does not take the impartial manner of your analysis. The writers of the report should be impartial in their outlook and in your approach. Now coming to the advantages of the report writing. The very first benefit that you get after writing a report writing is that it provides you with the solutions of the current problems. If you are having any organization or you are working for any organization, there are times when you frequently meet certain problems and you need the frequent solution for them. So it is very beneficial for the organization, for the owners, for the clients to have the report writing about specific purposes. Second important function of or advantage of any report writing is updated information. It gives you a clear picture about any situation, any event. Third, it gives you the information that is not clear at the start of every situation. Every individual, every industry needs some information to go for future planning. So you need to be very appropriate in your evaluation, and this is one of the advantage of report writing, that it discloses unknown information which is fruitful or helpful in the upcoming plans and decisions. The fourth important point is the internal communication. Whenever you are associated with any company and or working for any organization, internal communication is very important, and sometimes you can take benefits and you can get very important data from the discussions, from communications that is within the faculty members. So it is very important that you can take use of the report writing. And yes, the fifth and the very crucial advantage of report writing is they are reliable sources, because it is based on analysis about your pure observation. So it gives you a very reliable permanent information, and it definitely helps you in decision making and planning. So report writing is a very vast subject, and there are certain categories or classifications on the basis of their various purposes. So here we are going to explore a very few of them. The first one is the formal, informal, statutory, non-statutory. So first of all, I am going to differentiate between the formal and the informal one. There are so many others that are routine, special, informative, and interpretive, but right now we are going to explore formal and informal. Formal reports, as the meaning states, that it is in formal settings, it is in professional and organization setup, and a formal report is one which is prepared in a prescribed form and presented according to an established procedures to a prescribed authority. Yes, it is under very prescribed form, presenting to a very limited number of audiences, and it is under prescribed authority. Informal reports. An informal report is usually in the form of a person to person communication, which is in your social or cultural communications. It may range from a short, almost fragmentary statement of facts on a single page to a more developed presentation taking several pages. So it varies in length from 1 page to the 5 pages and more than this according to the need. On the basis of formal organization, we have statutory and non-statutory report. First, that is the statutory report prepared and presented according to the form and procedure laid down by law is called a statutory report. This kind of report writing is under the prescribed laws and fully prepared under certain circumstances. So, one of the example is audit report, and the other one is the non-statutory report, formal report which are not required under any law but which are prepared to help the management in framing the policies. So it's a kind of a formal report, but it is not under prescribed laws, or it is not developed for specific laws. So it is basically a kind of a report writing that is usually used in organization for policy making, for giving progress report or any kind of judgment, and for planning. Next we have routine and special report. Periodic or routine reports are prepared and presented at regular prescribed intervals. They may be submitted annually, semi-annually, quarterly, monthly, fortnightly, weekly, or even daily basis. As the name suggested, these are the periodic reports and on specific issues. So it is frequently used in an organization for uh, reports for judging and evaluating the quality of the materials, or for performance and progress of the faculty members. So it is frequently used in an organization. Next is the special reports, and special reports are for specific reasons and situations, and it gives you the overlook of the special event. You are specifically considering a specific aspect of any event, organization, or situation, such as technical report of a particular product. Next, we have informative and interpretive reports. It is based entirely on the function. Informative report. These reports present facts about certain activity in detail without any note or suggestion. And the very common example of this kind of report is a vice chancellor asking about the number of candidates appearing at a particular examination. So you are giving a kind of information about the number of candidates that are going to be part of the examination. Interpretive reports. It analyzes the facts, draws conclusions, and makes recommendations. An example of this kind of report is a company chairman may ask for a report on falling trends in sales in a particular area, and next we are going to explore the drafting activities of report writing. Whenever we decide to write any report writing, so there are various steps or phases which are very crucial in writing reports. So here I'm going to give you the 5 basic steps which are commonly suggested to write a report. First of all is I, that is investigating the source of information. Yes, it's not like that you are just taking the paper and pencil and write down the report. What you are observing, what you are analyzing, you are going to write it. No, first you are going to prepare an outline, and for preparing an outline you need an investigation, the investigating the source of information. It is done right in the beginning. Major sources of information. So in order to gather and seek information about any specific situation or occasion or event about which you are going to write, you need to collect data, you need to collect information, and these kinds of documents which are usually included in this kind of sources are company files, personal observation, interviews, letters, questionnaires, and even the library research. The second step after investigating the source of information is taking notes. During the investigation phase, the writers keep on taking notes of anything that appears to be related to the subject. So you are noting down the main point. Third one is the analyzing the data. After taking notes, it is then the data which is going to be analyzed. And now this is the important phase, that is the fourth phase and the second last phase, that is making an outline. In this stage, the problem is stated, the facts are recorded, they are briefly analyzed, and the logical conclusions is arrived at. And the fifth one is writing the report, which is the crucial part of report writing. The last stage is that of writing the report. It will need constant shuttling between the outline and the notes. Yes, now this is going to be the actual drafting, where you are going to edit so much of the material and you make a very neat and clear picture of your report writing. Hopefully it will help you in your learning. Thank you.